Hi, I'm Tim Fiedelday. I'm from Hamilton, Ohio. I was born and raised in Indiana and moved to Ohio later in life after college when I took a job. Um, I have been involved in sports mostly since I was in high school, mostly individual sports. I was practicing martial arts through high school and into college, and stopped after college for a while. Picked it back up later in life in my early 30s after I had packed on a whole lot of desk weight. I was 5'7.5" and 205 pounds, so I needed to lose some weight. I got back into martial arts. I spent some time practicing martial arts and then moved on and gradually started to incorporate running and weightlifting to help my martial arts skills. So I was a runner and a weightlifter to help my martial arts skills, and it was greatly enhancing my ability to practice martial arts. But I found that at first I enjoyed the running more, and as I started to lift a little bit more, found that the weightlifting had a greater impact on me. So over time I have dropped the road running and continued on with weightlifting. As I got older, I also found obstacle course racing, and I have enjoyed the hell out of that. It's one of those kind of things that allows you to use a whole lot of different skills. You have agility, strength, speed, a lot of skills that you have to learn as you're negotiating obstacles, and it's just tough. There's some events I've done that have been 12 hours long. But through it all, I've continued with my bodybuilding and weightlifting, and I think that alone will be something that I continue into my old age as I get much older than I am now. I began my bodybuilding in earnest around 2009, 2010. I think I did my first show in 2010, and it was a natural show. I decided I did not want to go the route of performance-enhancing drugs, any kind of steroids, growth hormone, whatever. I didn't know enough about it other than I saw a lot of professionals who, as they aged, if they were able to age very far at all, they certainly had a lot of losses in their physiques. I saw men who were 230, 240 pounds on stage. 5 years later, after retiring, they were 160 pounds, skinny, and sometimes in poor health. So I decided not to go that route. It wasn't for me. It meant a lot of work. It meant a lot of time. It meant that I was going to be pushing uphill. But the nice thing was doing natural shows, being a natty, there were a lot of other guys in the same boat. We all had the same issues. We were just normal guys who needed to eat a whole lot, needed to rest a whole lot, and needed to train like sons of bitches to try to get ourselves in shape. And it was great. It was a camaraderie that we had backstage before and after shows and during shows, seeing each other, talking through all of the problems we had, all of the ways we solved them. I recently competed in late 2018 against a friend of mine who I started competing with in my first show in 2010, I guess. We're good friends, and we have gone back and forth on stage before, and it's just a blast every time I get to see him. And there's many other people I see show after show. I see trainers, I see promoters, and we're all in it to make ourselves better. We're all in it because we love it. We're not in it to necessarily be up on stage on the Olympia stage. We're not going to be on the Arnold stage. We don't take that route. We don't decide that we're going to take a pill or put a needle in our arm to try to get bigger and beat each other. All these events that I've done are tested. Even the obstacle course racing, many of the ones that are competitive are tested events. So it's really, it's a decision you make that is tough in the long run, but it gives you a long run. I see athletes who have done natural bodybuilding, natural runners, natural obstacle racers in their 50s, 60s, and 70s who are in tremendous shape. And that's why I'm in it. I want to make sure that I'm in good health through my older age. I'm old now, but hopefully a lot older someday. The questions asked to talk about something that's inspiring or has inspired me. I teach a fitness class, a boot camp, and I look for these kind of things whenever I can to try to motivate and get people dedicated to their training. When people say that they can't, or it's too hard, or there's just no way in their life they can find the kind of time, I find these videos all over the place. I find pictures of people who are competing, who are training, who are in wheelchairs, people who are missing limbs, people who are maybe mentally challenged, who have found a good trainer who is willing to work with them, people who are out there just busting their ass because they love it, because they can, and because it's a blessing. People don't get that sometimes. It is a blessing to be able to move, to be able to do the things that we do. And if they haven't been shown that, sometimes they think that it's a curse. When I'm standing over them motivating, screaming, yelling, calling them names, trying to get them to move, they don't realize that they're being blessed, or that it's a blessing to be there. And I find that when I see people like that, I just get charged up. I see folks who are pushing through some adversities that are just incredible, and I love it. I love to see that. That really motivates me. Personally, I have been blessed myself. I haven't had too many injuries, but I do have arthritis. I have both hips have been replaced from all the years of running, the half marathons, the 15, 18, 20-mile obstacle races, and I'll probably get another set of them one day, because I'm not going to slow down. I have titanium in both hands from breaking my hands. I've had my nose broken, I've had my shoulder separated, I've had toes broken, and there are days when you wake up and you think, oh man, why do I do this? And it's because you love it. It's not because you want to be great. It's because you love it. And you love to make other people see that, and you love to have other people experience that. And if they saw me sticking a needle in my arm or taking a pill, I think that would completely eliminate that kind of inspiration. It did for me. Not that people who do that don't work hard, but I firmly believe that those of us who don't, we have to work a hell of a lot harder. So anyway, thank you very much.